our next topic. Last videos we are discussing about inherited attribute and synthesized attribute and dependency graph. Now our next concept is applications of syntax directed translation. So here the main application in syntax directed translation is nothing but a syntax tree. In some compilers, syntax trees will use as a intermediate representation for understanding the semantics inside that one. Okay, commonly SDD turns its input into tree. అంటే ఇక్కడ syntax directed translation normally converts our input into in the form of a tree structure. Okay, we can consider two SDDs. Normally we are dealing with two attributes. One is a synthesized attribute, second one is inherited attribute. Like that we can commonly consider two SDD for constructing of parse trees. In that one, first one, S attributed definition. What is meaning of S attributed definition means if a parse tree will contains only synthesized attributes all, then such type is called as a S attributed definition. If any parse tree will contains at least one inherited attribute, if all in that syntax parse tree are synthesized attribute, only one inherited attribute is there, then it will be called as a L attributed definition. So difference between L and S is nothing but if all are synthesized attributes, it will be called as a S attributed definition. If any one of them is inherited attribute, then that should be called as a L attributed definition. So normally S attributed definition can be used in bottom up parsing. Why? Because here the values are passing from leaf elements to root element. Okay, and in L attributed definition, here the data is passing from head to leaf nodes in a reverse manner. That's the reason it's using for top down approach, and S attributed used for bottom up approach. Okay, in top down approach we start from root element and goes to leaf element. Like that also values are passing from root element to downward direction. But that reason it should be called as a in downward and in top to leaf element means data is flowing downward direction. Their attributes are all inherited attributes. That's the reason this is called L attributed definition. So in bottom up parsing, all values are moving from leaf element to root element. Here the arrows are in upward direction. For that reason all attributes should be synthesized attributes. For that reason it should be called as a S attributed definition. Okay, these are the two definitions which are used to implement the parse tree construction. Then we are going for the concept construction of syntax tree. So already we know how to construct a parse tree, but by passing the values to appropriate nodes, we can construct a parse tree based upon the given grammar elements. How it should be done and what are the important things should be follow for the construction of syntax tree can be discussed in this topic. So here we implement nodes of syntax tree by objects with suitable number of fields. That means, so here for every node of syntax is indicated by an object with a suitable number of fields. Number of fields can be indicated by what are the values that we substitute for the given grammar. Okay, and then here each object will have an field, opt field. Okay, and in some objects it have additional fields also. Okay, so for every node we have one field is necessary, that should be option field. On behalf of that one we have additional fields also there. Those can be indicated in two types. One is a, if node is a leaf node, okay, only one addition with option field we have only one field is there, that should be the value of the leaf. If in case if the node is intermediate node, they have additional fields like children nodes or siblings. Such type of content should be indicated by the function node option comma what are the siblings of that that can be indicated by option c1 comma c2 comma c3, like that. In first one we have only if it is a in tree, if it is a that means that means if it is a tree, okay, if it is a leaf node, it will maintain the value of, here a is a and a value 4 or id value 4, again id value 4, like that. Only two fields is there. The first one is op option field, second one is nothing but a value field. This is the first point I have discussed here. There is nothing but a, in leaf, if node is leaf, additional field that holds the lexical value of leaf, that means function leaf of option comma value, like that. It is a leaf means option comma leaf of that value should be maintained in a leaf node. If it is intermediate node, that means it consists of option field and what are the operative field. For example, we need to add additional these two things, it will contains plus operation and field 1 field 2, like that. Total process can be indicated here. Okay, simple example I'll explain with example. First you need to know, if it is an intermediate node, there are many additional fields as the node has children in the syntax tree. The function node should be used for option comma c1 c2 c3 and so on, all are nothing but a child nodes of that particular node, that can be indicated by node function. Here in leaf it can be indicated by leaf function. Let's take an example, construct the syntax tree for e tends to e minus t, e tends to e plus t, t tends to t, t tends to open braces, e closed braces, number. So for that one we need to construct the syntax tree for the given expression. Okay, so every time the first production e tends to is used, it is a rule, creates node with plus for OP and two children. That means, so here the operation plus is accessing with two children. The first one is E and T. We need to add okay, children 1 and children 2 with a notation plus. The result should be copied in E. So whenever using a plus operator, we need to add two elements. The first one is E1 plus E2 and the result will be copied to E. Okay, same. And if in case we are using E tends to T, here the simply T value is copied to E value. Okay, similarly if you are using T tends to open braces C and T, it is same thing. The here E value is copied to T value. Okay, like that the productions will be declared. So here we need to write SDD. What is the meaning of SDD? SDD, S syntax directed definition, means if you write your productions here and write the semantic rules, in that semantic rules we need to write the attribute for each non-terminal. So here in this production we need to write the semantic rule separately, and in that semantic rule we need to express the each non each attribute of non-terminal. So for that reason this should be called as SDT. In SDT, in first line we need to know it. In SDT we need to maintain attribute for every non-terminal, and we need to write semantic rules for that one. If you write these two things for a given context-free grammar, then that should be called as a సింటాక్స్ డైరెక్టెడ్ డెఫినేషన్. అంటే ఏం లేదు, సింటాక్స్ డైరెక్టెడ్ డెఫినేషన్ అంటే మనం ఫస్ట్ గ్రామర్కున్న ప్రతి నాన్ టెర్మినల్కి దానికి ఉన్న అట్రిబ్యూట్ని నోట్ చేయాలి. దాంతోపాటు గ్రామర్కున్న మీనింగ్ని మనం సిమాంటిక్ రూల్ లాగా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఒక కంటెక్స్ట్ ఫ్రీ గ్రామర్కి మనం అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ యాడ్ చేసి అండ్ ఆ గ్రామర్ అదే ఆ ప్రొడక్షన్ యొక్క మీనింగ్ని మనం express చేయగలిగితే then that should be called as syntax directed definition. Here based upon this syntax directed definition, okay, you need to construct a syntax tree for 3 minus 4 plus 6. So here the root element is nothing but e. Here we need to first we'll use the so we'll take this one as a one part and this one as a one part. For that one here using plus. For that reason go for first production e tends to e plus t. Here e tends to e plus t. Okay, so then here we need minus representative for that reason. So here e tends to e plus e minus t is also there. This will be taken as a second expansion. So this is the first expansion and this should be the second expansion. Okay, again this e should be replaced with t. So for that reason e should be replaced with t and t should be replaced with the number. That means whatever the value that should be is this e t should be with the number. Again this t should be with the number. This t should be with the number. Like that the production should be expanded. Now we need to write, okay, we need to write functions for each node in a given parse tree. So here this node will indicate addition of this and this one, addition of these two things. For that reason the function in this here is nothing but a addition of, okay, production 1 and production 2. That should be indicated here, the addition of this one. Okay, here also here the subtraction of production 3 and production 4. For that reason here the subtraction of production 1 and production 2, that should be noted here. So from leaf element we'll start here. So first one, number. So here we need to write two nodes. Why? Because these two are, this one and this one are intermediate node or root node. For that reason here we are using node type of structure. In node type of structure we have operand and child 1 and child 2, like that child series. So here also, so that is nothing but a node 1. So first one plus that is one operation and p1 this right side production and this production. So then this should be new node. Like that in leaf element we have only two things is there. One is a operator and value. Here we are nothing but operator is nothing but number. We need to replace number with 3. For that reason the operator is number and value is 3. This 3 value is passed to number. Okay, and then that value is passed to t and that value is passed to e. Now here is 3. Same thing, this is also leaf element. So operator and value of that one. So 4. So that value passed to 4. The number is 4. Here the value is 4. Now here 3 minus, no, is 3 is there. Here 4 is there. So now we need to write the completion of expression. This one 3 4. Why? Because here minus operator is using 3 minus 4, that is the first part of this one. Okay, for that reason this is nothing but a intermediate node. For that reason we are going for second formula. Okay, node equal node function, like that is a node function. That's the reason new node equal to new node equal to minus p1 comma p2. Next, okay, we are now discussing first this one completed, and second this one number is completed. So by combining these two we can get the node value here. That is nothing but a minus p1 and p2. So then we'll construct one more thing, new value, that is nothing but a 6. So here leaf node equal to comma 6. Then we need to add this p3 to this p4. For that reason here the value of this one is p3 and this one is p4. So that's why plus p3 p4, that's why plus p3 4 function is used for this one. Because of this one, the value of this thing plus this one is completed, the result will be copied to in this row node. Like this we need to express the syntax tree. First you need to write the syntax tree. After that one we need to identify the what are the leaf element and what are the intermediate elements. For leaf elements we need to use new leaf concept. If it is a intermediate node or root element, we simply use the new node concept. So that is a construction of simple syntax tree.